Just 3 minutes left in the warm-up for this final group. Kwan first, Gusmeroli second, then Sebestyen for Hungary, then Butyrskaya out to retain her title, then Slutskaya, and then Sarah Hughes. I'm delighted I've just been joined by Elvis Stoico, 3 times a world champion. But Elvis, just by the look on your face a couple of nights ago, I reckon you got just as much pleasure getting a silver medal this year than you did with your 3 golds. Is that about right?
Yeah, I would say that. I mean, it's been a tough last couple of years. I was down for 1 year after Olympics and then pulled myself back and got over that injury, which a lot of people thought, and the doctors thought I would never come back, and I have, and it feels great.
How difficult has it been coming back? A lot of people say it's much more difficult to come back once you reach the top than it is to get to the top in the first place.
Definitely. I know that Ermanov had some trouble with his groin as well. I tore my lower abdomen, groin, made a mess of things after Olympics, and whether walk again or do normal, would I ever be back to, you know, that peak form? And I've gotten to that point, and it's a great feeling.
Well, can I tell you, that day in Nagano, I know you got 3 world titles, but when you got silver in Nagano, you became a real hero for a lot of people in Britain. The way you performed through that groin injury, it was just amazing.
Well, thank you.
Right, quick word. I know you want to get back, and we'll get Chris back in. What are your thoughts? Well, first, your thoughts on Jennifer. Didn't she skate well?
Amazing. We've got a girl in the top 10, and it's going to be great. Hopefully we can get to send 2 next year.
And your thoughts on the last group? Is it Kwan's technical against Butyrskaya's artistic?
I think so, but Butyrskaya, I think, here has a lot of experience behind her as well. Slutskaya's in the hunt. Her warm-up didn't look as clean as usual, so there's interesting stuff going to happen, and Sarah Hughes can jump in there, I think, too, and mess it up a little bit. But I think it's going to be a good one.
Okay, you get back to your seat, enjoy it. Thanks very much for coming up and joining us here.
Thank you.
Cheers, Elvis. Here we go then. The American flag's flying high, and out on the ice goes the young lady who won worlds in 96 and 98, runner-up last year. Here she is, Michelle Kwan. Music entitled The Red Violin. Triple loop to start. Now the Lutz. She's landed it. And she's looking very good indeed. Triple toe, and she looks in one of those moves where she's not going to miss a thing. Next it's a Salchow. No doubt, 5 triples. That's 6, that's the flip.
Well, that was fabulous.
Lutz. You may be looking at a girl who's just won back her world title. It's going to take one heck of a performance to beat it. It's possible, but I have to say, it may not happen. And Michelle Kwan was back to where she was 2 years ago when she looked unbeatable, infallible. Then came Tara Lipinski, and I think the bottom went out of her world for a little while. But she's back big time.
She really is. I tell you what, Simon, one of the key things here could be the draw. You know, the draw's not good for Michelle from the point of view of the marks, but it's very, very good for her as far as the skating is concerned, because we heard Yagodin saying there's nowhere to hide here. The other skaters will know what's going on out there. They'll know that Michelle's put in a stonking performance, and the pressure is really on now.
7 triples.
7 great triples.
And not just the Americans, everyone loving that. Another roar now because the French see Gusmeroli go out on the ice. But let's focus on this because we could be looking at someone who has come back to retain or regain her title. Foot perfect, and she's good artistically as well. Maybe not as good as Butyrskaya. No one's as good as Butyrskaya for artistic. But for the first mark, it's going to be, I would think, unbeatable for the first mark. And how good is Butyrskaya going to be in her first mark?
The problem is the judges are going to have to leave some room because they don't know what's coming. They can't prejudge it. But it was fantastic.
They can't leave too much room for the first mark, surely. Might leave plenty for the second. But she nailed it when it mattered. Well, they aren't great, are they? 2 5 6s. I think she deserves better than that. 7 triples. And everything else was fine. 5 6s, I can't believe. 5 7s, okay. 5 8s, where I have it. Now for the free, for the presentation mark. Very good indeed. Comfortably in the lead. Will she stay there?
There's 2 Russians who are going to have something to say about it. The second mark. Very, very good. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.9s.
It was a courageous performance from someone in skating terms who has really had to battle in the last year. And Frank Carroll is understandably proud with her. Well done, Michelle Kwan. Now to the French girl. What a week it's been for France. And if she can pick up where Anasina and Pesarov left off, she might just get a bronze medal from Anasina. Bronze medalist in 1997. Legends of the Fall is a music. Here is Vanessa Gusmeroli.
The crowd roaring, but there was a double-footed landing on the first part of the combination, the triple Lutz double toe.
Much better there. Triple flip. Clean again on the loop. People already standing up here. Already got a minute. Falco.
Well, that was good. She didn't set up the three-turn very well, but fought her way through to the end of the jump.
Triple lutz, and that was clean. Triple toe. That one was clean as well. Contingent in front of us, including Sarah Abitbol, Stefan Bernadis, are out on their feet. But it's bad news, I'm afraid, for Vanessa Gusmeroli, because Michelle Kwan, who she's been hoping, she must have been hoping, wouldn't perform, has performed out of her skin, and I don't think that anything that she's done there is going to take her above Michelle Kwan. The crowd here, 10,000, would love me to be wrong, but surely not. And I think she's destined to be unlucky, unless the other two, remember, still to come, Slutskaya, Butyrskaya. If they have nightmares, there's just a chance, but I don't think she's going to get a medal, I'm afraid.
It's a bitter shame, isn't it? She lost out of a medal at the European Championships after skating a similar program. She skated a blinder in Vienna, and she skated out of her skin here. I tell you what, Simon, the girls are showing the men a thing or two about coping with nerves, aren't they?
Absolutely. So often in the last 3 or 4 years, it's been the men who've been the highlight of the week, and here, although there was great drama in the men's free, you can't take that away, it was an amazing night for stories, but for pure skating, the girls are on top.
They really are.
And Gusmeroli could hardly have done any better. Just a pity about the first double-footed landing on the triple toe, but she came back and landed the triple toe late in the program. 5 triples, but one at 7.
Just so strong, isn't she? She skates with so much grace and elegance, but she's got the speed and the strength there as well. Fabulous stuff. I was worried when she came out, actually, because the atmosphere was electric, and I think that put her off in the qualification, but she coped with it very, very well here this afternoon.
Yes, if she has missed out on a medal, and I sense she's going to, that's where she lost it in the qualification. She was only 7th in her group. But boy, has she done herself proud in front of her home public. And the marks coming up now, 5.5 out to 5.7, and also we can see the second mark in front of us, and it means that Gusmeroli is going to tuck in behind Kwan in second place. Remember, of the 3 of them, Kwan, Slutskaya, Butyrskaya, whoever wins the free will win overall. And Vanessa Gusmeroli is second at the moment, and it doesn't look like it's going to be a medal for her, but you never know. Oh boy, she has done herself proud here in front of her adoring fans. Gusmeroli leaving us with plenty of good memories. Now onto the ice, the top skater from Hungary. They've got an embarrassment of riches in the female ranks, as Chris will tell you. 6th she is going into the free program. Zadas is the music. This is Julia Sebestyen. Looks it was meant to be. Young lady who does suffer a little bit with nerves. She's got to control herself right now. Down in the flip. First time Julia's been in the top group. And can you imagine the last few minutes for her? Triple loop.
Just touching down with a free leg, but a good effort getting the 3 turns.
Right below us. I saw the triple looks and I thought she was going to be all right.
Yeah, just seemed to run out of steam on that toe loop.
Chris, we said it about the men so many times, and in the last couple of years, Yagodin and Plushenko, to compete in the way that they do at this level, amidst this euphoria, means that they're almost superhuman. Kwan and Gusmeroli have almost put superhuman performances down. This girl is not superhuman at the moment. She is suffering from nerves, and it can't have been easy for her in the last 10 minutes to hear the roars greeting Gusmeroli and Michel Kwan as well.
I think when you put it all into perspective, she probably hasn't done a bad job at all. She's put a lot of fight in there. She's managed to get 3 turns on some of the jumps, but obviously you can see the landings are nothing like what she's used to doing. It is amazing. You can't even begin to believe what's going through their mind and the sort of pressure and skating out there. She is somebody who does suffer with her nerves anyway, and the added pressure of skating in the final group is just too much for her at this moment in stage. But the experience, she couldn't buy that experience.
No.
Not anywhere. And I think she's done enough here to not be scarred by the experience. She can take loads of pride back to Hungary with her, and great memories of her time here in Nice. And what she's learned from competing in this final group with the best skaters in the world, you know, is going to be invaluable in years to come for her.
Sure. But those moments before she took to the ice, when she heard the roars for the 2 girls who she was hoping, obviously she's hoping for a medal. She was in the final group, she had a chance, but the others had to make mistakes, and then she hears no mistakes from Kwan,
right.
Very little mistakes from Gusmeroli, pandemonium, she must have done well, and then she has to skate herself.
Very difficult, very, very difficult, but she's coped with it, she's had it, she's had the experience now, and you know, that's going to set her in good stead for the future, because I hope she's going to be in that situation again, and so does she.
She is going to drop, and she's going to drop fairly alarmingly. Yes, 4.9 up to 5.3. She's lucky in a way, as you're saying. All the pressure of the final group, but she gets the marks, 4.9 to 5.3. If that had been in the previous group or the one before, she wouldn't have got those marks.
No, you're dead right there.
But she's earned them by qualifying in a good place.
Yeah, she's had a great championships, and she's got so much to be proud of.
So she moves into 4th place at the moment with 3 more skaters to go. Now the drama picks right up again. Out to retain the title that she won in Helsinki last year. It wasn't the performance of her life, it was the result of her life. The performance of her life probably came in the short program where she was unbelievable. Anything like that, and she could beat Kwan, but she has to land the jumps. The artistry we know is there from this amazing Russian, Maria Butyrskaya, skating, of course, to Swan Lake. Spot on with the looks, razor sharp.
Just wonder, Simon, whether she was looking for a combination there.
Now to the flip. Good enough. Double-footed on the Salco at the end of that triple toe combination. Lands the loop though. think the gold medal may have gone. Triple toe. Close, so close, but I don't think it's enough. She is a marvel to watch on the ice. But I don't think the technical content was enough, and I don't think that Butyrskaya has done enough. But you never know. It depends on Slutskaya. So open. You may find that Butyrskaya leads after this in front of Kwan, but that Slutskaya, if she skates between Kwan and Butyrskaya as far as the mark's concerned, Kwan could get it. Very, very interesting. That wasn't, though, a gold medal performance.
No, you're right. I don't think she's done enough to do it. The key was the triple toe, half loop, triple salcho. A good start, good solid start. That should have been in combination. She needed the triple combination. And I just wonder whether she ought to have tried that salcho again at the end of the program. Maybe dropped out the last spin, rather than do a combination spin, just do a layback or something and get that salcho in.
She may just be lucky overall.
So there's the key element, going for the salcho. Didn't have enough momentum. You can see the speed had withered away throughout the combination.
With the tariff mark with the qualification and the short, it means that Kwan has to find someone to go in between her and Butyrskaya if she's going to take the gold.
Yeah. I'll definitely have Kwan first on the day.
Yeah. Absolutely. And
you know, Gusmeroli may come into the frame.
Yeah, absolutely. But at the moment, it's not happened. Kwan, we just get the marks up now, and you'll see them on your screen in a moment. There they are, 5-4 to 5-7. It's really complicated. I'll try and make sense of it for you. What's happened is that Kwan has beaten Butyrskaya on the free. Of course she has. But Butyrskaya leads Kwan overall, and Michelle Kwan needs someone to get between her marks and Butyrskaya's marks to push Butyrskaya down, and then Kwan has won back her title. So a lot could happen. Sarah Hughes could do something here. Could really help her fellow American. It's not over yet, but at the moment it's Butyrskaya leading. She doesn't look as if she feels she's the world champion. Waiting to go on the ice is Irina Slutskaya, who has twice been a European champion, but not a world champion. Michelle Kwan waits and hopes that Slutskaya does well, but not that well.
That's right.
She wants her to do better than Butyrskaya, but not better than herself. Are we looking at the young lady who's won the world title for the third time, or this young lady taking the world title for the first time? She seemed to have forgotten her skating last year. but her husband, her parents, her coach implored her to come back, and she's come back to win the European title in impeccable style. Can she go on to win the Worlds? Bizet's Carmen, Irina Slutskaya. Triple Lutz, double loop. Really difficult combination. No, just a double Salchow.
This is a nervous start from Slutskaya. She's looking for the big combination, and that should have been it. She was going for triple Salchow, triple loop, but just doubling out on the loop.
Still pretty impressive. Triple Lutz. Clean triple loop. Triple flip. I think the free leg stayed on.
Yeah, fantastic triple flip.
Amazing spins. Wow. Has she done it? It's hanging on a knife edge. Yes, she doubled out on the Salchow. Yes, she might have got another triple at the end of the combination. It wasn't the perfect performance. It might be good enough to win her the gold. Was the key thing. It's obviously better than Butyrskaya's. Was it better than Kwan's?
No. No triple. That would decide it for me. If you need an excuse, it's there for you, because they were both brilliant. Both skated really, really well. Slutskaya, a couple of mistakes at the beginning there. She was looking for more. That triple salto, triple loop combination would have nailed it for her.
If you're right, Chris, she's just won Michelle Kwan the world title.
Yep, I know that. We'll have to wait and see. But crikey, she held her nerve well.
Oh.
She put pressure on herself. She was going for big, big combination at the beginning. This should have been in combination. The triple lutz. And she put a double loop on the end there. She's been doing triple lutz, triple loop in practice. Here's the salto. No problems with the triple salto. Again, doubling the loop. And she can do triple salto, triple loop in her sleep.
First mark for Kwan wasn't that good. A lot of 5, 6s.
No, there is room. There's plenty of room.
But the second mark was outstanding. Boy, this is going to be really interesting. Sarah Hughes still to come. She could make a difference, but it may be that Michelle Kwan has been helped out by a Russian, denying another Russian a world title. Or it could be that Slutskaya herself has proved us wrong, because I agree with Chris, that Slutskaya has done enough to win the world title on her own. This is a girl, remember, who was out of the reckoning a year ago, had given up skating. Amazing Biellmann spin. She can do it on either foot.
She did skate well, though. Totally focused. And how must she be feeling sat there waiting for these marks?
Yes.
Nothing she can do anymore. Very well done.
Yes, 21 years old, but so much maturity. So first the marks for technical. Look, Michelle Kwan is just blocking it out. 5, 6 up, 5.9. Wow, this is so close. It's so close. 5, 6 up to 5.9. But it's what we thought. Looking at the second set, it's what we thought. Exactly that has happened. She's going to slot in second place. Butyrskaya drops to third. Michelle Kwan is going to win the world title. Michelle Kwan has won the world title for the third time. Slutskaya is going to be second in all probability. Butyrskaya third, unless this girl can do something extraordinary. And she probably doesn't realize right now, she certainly doesn't realize, but she's won the world title.
I think someone will have to wake her up to get her a medal.
And she deserves it. She was phenomenal. Michelle Kwan has won the world title for the third time. Sarah Hughes is on the ice now in fourth place, just a chance of a medal for her. And of course, if she skates unbelievably well, she could take it, but I don't think she's got it in her to beat Michelle Kwan. Not at 14 years of age, the youngest competitor in these championships. Off well with a double axel. Key move is next, a triple-triple combination. A little bit out of it, but it was very close.
It was. She had to step out the landing of the triple loop. That was the combination that Slutskaya was looking for. The triple salto, triple loop. Fantastic stuff.
Triple toe, going for the triple loop at the end of it, but again had to step out of it. feels that she's doing herself proud. Start. 14 years of age, and what a performance. It's possible she's got a medal. I don't think so, but it's just possible, because you, of course, have to beat Vanessa Gusmeroli, and I don't think that's going to happen on the free. But she is a name to be reckoned with for the future. Runner-up in Junior Worlds last year. Her first real tilt at a medal at World Championship. She was 7th last year. She's going to be better than that this year. That was excellent from Sarah.
It was a fantastic skate. When you put that into perspective, at the end of this group, with everything that's been going on, she's had to hold her nerve a second time in the World Championships. Fantastic. Nailing those big triple jumps. I know she stepped out at the end of them, but boy, oh boy, are they difficult. Triple loop combination is much harder because the free leg has to stay in front on the takeoff of the second jump. You've got nothing to stop the rotation of the first jump with. Here's the Lutz. She gets a bit of a change of edge, quite a big change of edge on the Lutz. So technically, that's not as good as the other skaters in this top group.
Now it looks like Butyrskaya is going to hold on to 3rd. I think Gusmeroli will hold on to 4th. I think Sarah's going to be 5th. But it was some skate, and the great thing was that it wasn't a sense of anticlimax after all that we've seen. Boy, have we seen something.
Wow. It's very, very rare that you see a competition like this in the ladies, isn't it?
Yes.
They've done themselves proud.
And you just have to take your hat off to Michelle Kwan. What a fantastic performance it was from her.
I wonder if she knows yet.
So they're keeping young Sarah waiting. The last of the 24 skaters this afternoon, and I hope they've treated her well. Michelle Lee there. Yep. So Robin Wagner, 5.3 up to 5.7. They're good, but they're not going to get her a medal. But she's done herself proud. She moves in front of Volchkova. Just see the place mark coming up in front of us now, and it is going to be 5th place. But no podium this year, but surely at the age of 14 to be able to produce something like that. Puberty is a funny thing. You don't know how she's going to mature physically and mentally. We hope for the best for her, and if it is the best, she could be the best in the world. And what great memories she'll bring away from Nice. There's the champion. And there's confirmation. It quite literally couldn't have been closer. But because Michelle Kwan won the free, even though they have the same tariff, she beat Slutskaya, and Maria Butyrskaya, lucky last year, has to settle for bronze medal this year.
What a fantastic event, and you have to feel for Vanessa Gusmeroli. She skated her socks off again this afternoon and doesn't get a medal.
But it was just. It was just, she left herself too much to do.
Yeah, oh, she did, yeah. She's got herself to blame. She skated an awful qualification.
And congratulations to the judges.
Yeah, they did a fabulous job today.
They have done a very good job. We
Yeah.
give them a load of stick sometimes, but they really did perform consistently well right the way through, and they got a very difficult competition spot on.
Yeah, it was difficult. It's so close at the top there. so little between them. She's just found out, look. Just found out.
Michelle Kwan, the world champion for the third time. And there's the moment that she put herself in pole position for the world title.
Well, it really was a spellbinding program, and I have to say, I think the draw was in her favor. She had a 6-minute warm-up and then was able to go straight out and perform in the competition.
Yes, in 1996 it was Edmonton and she beat Chen Lu, and Slutskaya was third. In 1998 Slutskaya was second, Butyrskaya third. So it's the same result exactly, the 1, 2, 3 as in Minneapolis a couple of years ago.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. And what a time she's had. She's had, you know, she must have been so disappointed over the last couple of years. She's had to fight her way back, hasn't she?
Yes.
And the disappointments of the Olympics, where she went in as firm favourite.
She wears that good luck charm around her neck all the time, given to her by her grandmother, who's Chinese. Michelle's parents, immigrants from China, run a restaurant in Torrance, California, where she lives. But congratulations to her, to Frank Carroll too. I think they've had the differences in the last year, but they've stuck with it, believed in each other, and here's the reward. A third gold medal.
Yeah, he's a fabulous coach, and I think, you know, even with all the problems that they've had, I think that they have a special relationship, and he was living every second of that program today. The presentation, I'll have to wait for the interviews.
It was a performance really that reminded us of 4 years ago when she came on the scene as a 15-year-old. In fact, 2 years ago I don't think she was quite the skater when she won a second time. And I thought perhaps that form might have gone for good, but no, this was as good as ever. Butyrskaya is not going to be as happy as some of the bronze medalists we've seen.
No, you're right, she got a little weak. The jumps got lower. She wasn't as fast across the ice. That smoothness had gone, but it was back there for everyone to see today.
And of course, you'll be able to see Michelle and Irina and Maria tomorrow night. The gala will record. It's taking place tomorrow afternoon, but you can see it 8 o'clock on British Eurosport, 9 o'clock elsewhere. It's a big, big day of sport, of course. We've got the Superbikes in South Africa. We've got the Grand Prix motorbikes from Malaysia. Tonight, we've got two other young ladies, Hughes and Davenport, knocking it up head-to-head in Miami for that big title there. But no world title for Maria.
Isn't it wonderful to see her smiling there? You know, she must be absolutely gutted inside.
Confirmation that Martina Hingis and Lindsay Davenport, the world's number 2 and number 1, going at it at 10 o'clock British time, 11 o'clock elsewhere.
Still a bit of a wait. I'm sure there's plenty more interviews going on backstage. And just about everybody has stayed behind in this arena. It's been a joyous atmosphere in here this afternoon. Not quite as electrifying as it was last night, but I don't think anything could be. Nothing's going to beat that for a while anyway.
It's all been either dramatic or fantastic skating. And tonight, well, this afternoon, it's moved on to the early evening, hasn't it? 7:30 local time. We had both, really. We've had intense drama and wonderful skating as well. The men had the drama, but not the skating.
Yeah, they couldn't get it together, could they? But the ladies leading the way. And we were having that discussion earlier on in the week about, you know, should the ladies be putting in these triple jumps, these hard jumps? But I think this afternoon just proving that they can cope with it.
Yes. But Maria just falling short of where she wanted to be.
Still wonderful to watch. Well, it couldn't have been any closer, that's for sure.
Her third medal, of course she got the bronze in '98, gold last year, but we'll never forget her performance in the short program.
No, that was something very, very special. You know, we were having the discussion about the sixes. I'd have given that a 6 for the second mark, because in my view that was as close to perfect as you're ever going to get. Fantastic quality.
There's another world champion with Tavia Cinquanta, the president of the ISU. Alexei Yagodin.
That's lovely, isn't it?
So he's held on to his title. Maria, unfortunately, has not held on to hers.
But she fought every inch of the way. Just on reflection, that doubling out on the Salchow and not able to get the triple-triple combination out. Could it have been a different story?
But he's been enjoying himself, Alexei, in the last couple of days.
He was enjoying himself before he skated. I've never seen him so relaxed.
Yes, you saw him down the pool table.
Yep. Every time I walked past, he was on the pool table. Every single time. And he said he's had a fantastic time here. He loves the place, and he settled in, and he felt like he was on holiday. And we thought he was superhuman. Proved not to be here. But he's still an incredible athlete. Just a fantastic competitor. That says it all, doesn't it?
Just looking down the list of winners, the last young lady to win the world title 3 times is here, Katerina Witt. At least 3 times. She won it 4. Christy Yamaguchi won it a couple of times. But since then, we've had Jill Trenery, Oksana Bayul, Yuka Sato of Japan, Chen Lu from China, and Tara Lipinski, as well as Maria Butyrskaya. And who knows, this young lady, Irina Slutskaya, could win next year. What an amazing return to form it's been for her. She was out with a washing last year.
She certainly was. I mean, she just completely changed her lifestyle this year, got married, and she's a completely different athlete.
Good advertisement for marriage, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
So are you, Chris.
Thanks for that.
Two great personalities. Slutskaya always beaming. I'm not sure that Butyrskaya will find it in herself to get a smile as broad as that, but you'd understand that. We can't criticize her for it. She's the champion. She's just lost her title, and she's a perfectionist.
But she's been smiling down there, and no matter how bad she's feeling inside, she hasn't let her emotions show, and that's very, very good to see. Very creditable.
Just looking at the marks, it could not have been closer in the overall tariff. Through the qualification, through the short program, through the 3, 0.4 separates first and third.
Yeah.
0.4.
Well, Kwan and Slutskaya finish on the same marks, don't they? 3.6 each, 4.04 Butyrskaya. And then a fair old gap between Butyrskaya and Gusmeroli due to that torrid time in the qualification.
Diana Potts moved up a place, 2 to 14th.
Well, that can't be bad.
Can't. I mean, I know you're struggling with the cold I've given you. I've given you so much. I've also given you my cold. But Diana's moved into 14th place. Here now for Michelle Kwan. And this year she's done it combining her role as a student. She's at UCLA, a full-time student, and said she didn't want any special treatment, lives in a dormitory with another girl. And think of the riches, think of the pieces you could buy.
Second and win. medal. Représentant la Russie. Representing Russia. Irina.
So it's America first, and it's going to be Russia second and third. Didn't even qualify last year for Europeans or Worlds.
Yeah, very different skater this year, though. Totally different mental attitude.
She was seriously thinking of giving it all up. Had to prize herself back to the rink thanks to her husband and her parents and her coach, Jana Gromova. Now, the diva. Still serene and great to see.
Good to see so many people on their feet here, appreciating the performance and the effort that she gave.
Irina Slutskaya, her coach, along with Vladimir Kotin. So at the age of 27, Butyrskaya finds herself an ex-champion, and at the grand old age of 19, Michelle Kwan is a champion for the third time.
The medals will be awarded by Mr. Butyrskaya, President of the International Skating
Butyrskaya, the President of the ISU.
International Olympic Committee.
Accompagné par Monsieur Christian Oliver.
What a week he's been in charge of. Sally Stapleford, the referee, coming up behind.
Accompanied by
Sebestyen must be very, very pleased with the way the championships have gone. They've had plenty of coverage. There's been loads of stories. I know up in the press rooms, the press have been busily typing away, and they've got extra large columns because the stories have been so good.
Lovely personality she's got here, Irina. Plenty of mixed emotions, but she holds her cool, Maria Butyrskaya.
She's been through some emotions over the last half an hour, hasn't she, through that final group. The marks she got weren't great, and her heart must have sunk when the marks came up on the screen.
And these three, of course, will all be back next year. Maria Butyrskaya, 27 years old, but you'd think that for sure she'll be back. I'm sure they'll all be going for Salt Lake City.
I hope so.
Sally Stapleford adds her congratulations. Of course, there's one other little thing that we've omitted to mention so far. Prize money now at Worlds, and Michelle Kwan at the top there gets a little matter of $55,000 for winning.
I think she's earned it. Wonderful picture.
Right then, the Stars and Stripes will ring out for the first time here in Nice.
Please raise for the national anthem of the United States of America.
yesterday we had Elvis Stoiko come up here and tell us how hard it is to come back when a lot of people have been writing you off. Michelle Kwan found that a lot of people were writing her off a year ago, and only she knows the emotions that she's had to deal with in the last year. But she's come back in wonderful style, and she is the champion for the third time. Slutskaya takes the silver. Butyrskaya takes the bronze. Hope you've enjoyed it along with Chris and I, and that you'll be with us for the gala tomorrow night, which we'll record for you and play you at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock UK. We'll leave you with some of the best pictures of what's been a quite outstanding afternoon. Hope you've enjoyed the competition. Don't miss the gala tomorrow. Chris and I, bye for now.
World Figure Skating Championships.